Hi guys. So, it's actually technically been about a month since we actually pulled Zerk out and we started homeschooling. And it's been kind of interesting. I mean, we just kind of been relaxing. I've been talking to a few friends, finding out what they do, because I have a lot of friends who homeschool, what they suggested us doing. I have family who are teachers, who are part of the school district and things like that. And so it's been a learning experience for everyone. Do you want to come and say hi?
Hi.
Okay. What's that for?
Like this.
You like this? Oh, you want them to like this?
Hmm?
Okay. Okay, you go and finish. So, after this month, it's been fun. So, I've sat down, talked with some homeschooling friends. I've gotten some great books from other friends that I met them at the church where we do Awanas, and she's like, I have books for you. And she had this whole bag of books for me to look at. And one of them that I absolutely liked right away was this one, because I opened up a section and it was talking about a personality of these certain children. They call them a swashbuckler introvert. And the idea is that these kids are introverts, but they like being social. So I'm actually an introvert, extrovert. I actually go back and forth a lot. And what they were talking about is how they want to be part of the social system. They want to be social, but it makes them exhausted. It's tiring for them. And that's a lot of what was going on with Zarek. Like, he would get halfway through school and then he'd be exhausted. And then nobody understood what was going on with him and he'd get frustrated. So it was really interesting to read that. And then so I was like, okay, I need to read this book. And it's a really interesting read. Oh, I have hangers out there. Okay, sorry. And this is not getting edited. I decided I'm just going to do my videos quick and easy. Just record and post. So you guys are going to have to live with no editing because I don't have time for editing. I have so much going on right now. It's crazy. So they also talk about, in this book, gifted children. And it talks about, like, the term gifted. It's overused. People have this mindset of what a gifted child is, and they use the term, and they explain why they use this term is because they really don't have a really good term for these kids. So they said, I will use the term gifted to describe learners who bring high levels of intensity, sensitivity, and complexity to learning. And it talked about these kids that they did great in social stuff if they didn't have to be intensely learning at the same time. And they were great at learning, but they couldn't be social at the same time. So being in a classroom was incredibly hard for them. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's Zarek. I read some of these passages to my mother-in-law, and she's like, so when did they meet Zarek? And I was like, I know, right? Like, this is so a great explanation of him. And so it's called Creative Homeschooling, a resource guide for smart families by Lisa Rivero. And so this month I read the whole thing, I tagged pages, I have great quotes from it, and I learned a lot. And one of the things I learned was really interesting. It was talking about the great parents that do homeschooling, the ones that really actually do well with it is the parents that love learning themselves. Like, they love learning and they're constantly working at learning. Well, guess what? Me and TJ, we love learning. I'm constantly sitting down and learning new things. I'll teach myself. Actually, even my career in graphic design, I self-taught myself everything in that. I never took a single class. I sat down, found courses I could find, played with things until I could figure out how to do it, found videos. I just find resources for myself over and over and over. I was talking about self-directed learners are this is a great thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I can do this. Even though I'm trying to do business and I'm trying to do, keep the family together and like do all this stuff, maybe I can do this. And then they talked about unschooling and self-directed schooling, and they have like all the different kinds of homeschoolings that there are so that we can learn about them. And kind of get a feel of how we want to go. And right now we're just doing self-directed. So we sit down and we go, okay, what do you want to learn about? What are you interested in? And what do we want to do with your day? And I forgot to grab it, but I have these sheets for him. So one week I had it set up so that he had a book that he would write down the things that he needed to do through the day and things to keep himself busy through the day, because I work, so I need him to be able to keep himself busy. I need him to not have to come to me, ask what I need to do now. What do I need to do now? So we did that for a week, and that worked pretty well. And then but the writing was tiring for him, so I was like, okay, well, let's just see what it's like without that and see how life is without a checklist. And he didn't super like that. That was harder, because it was like, he was coming to me. How do I fill my day? What do I need to do? What's my options? And then that's when I actually met the lady who gave me this book, and she showed me that her kids had pre-printed checklists.
Their hair's very, very crazy.
Yes.
Today. But
Today.
But probably not tomorrow.
Okay. So
Hugs.
did you like when you wrote the checklists? Yeah.
But I didn't like it as much as
The new system we're using that I was just about to tell. Do you want to find them the checklist for me to show them? Can you find your checklist from today so I can show them? So what she had for her kids was a checklist that they have that they can they just print out for the day. And so I made one for Zarek. And so we have what he has to do in the morning and the evening for getting ready and stuff. And then we have his school stuff. And we're just going on it relaxed. Like, obviously, he actually checked off a lot today, but we missed a couple things, and that's okay, right?
No. Yeah?
And then I made one for Zane, too, so we can start testing out Zane staying home soon. And I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Woo! Careful, buddy. Okay. So, this way he has... So this way he has his self-directed stuff. He can look at this and say, okay, what do I need to get done? And he goes through and he gets it done. And so one of the requirements we have is math. So we're working on math. One of our requirements is reading, but we're trying something different because sitting down for 30 minutes of reading was kind of tiring, huh? Mm-hmm. So we found some audiobooks, and we're going to listen to some audiobooks. What are we listening to right now?
We're listening to The Last Unicorn.
Yeah. So we're listening to The Last Unicorn. Okay.
This is wrong.
I'm going to have to kick you out pretty soon if you don't leave it alone, okay?
Am I looking?
If you look here, then you're looking at this. Then you're actually looking at them. Okay? So, we're trying to listen to audiobooks. And we don't even do that during lunch, so it's kind of more relaxed. We didn't do writing because we're kind of struggling with writing. And then I talked to a friend, and she suggested even breaking the writing up or the reading up so that it didn't seem so intense. So if he doesn't want to do 30 minutes, please don't, then he can break it up to 15 minutes and then 15 minutes. What's your question?
And also, don't forget to leave a like.
Okay. Can you go and get yourself busy now so that I can finish talking to them, please? Okay. Be careful. Don't kick my thing again. So, he wanted to exercise every day. So, exercise was one of his things that he wanted. And I have options for writing. I put down some options for him for writing because we're trying to figure out what he likes to do for writing. And one of the things he wanted to learn is code. And so we are going to Code Studio and we're learning lessons, and I need to write out what he actually learned today. And then we have every day he does an episode of Crash Course. So, and he's learning about video games. So Crash Course, so what I did is I went on YouTube and I found some different places that are awesome for educational, I call it EduTube, and educational videos, things like that. And we went through them, found some that he likes, and so he's allowed to watch YouTube, but it has to be an educational show. And so we found that he liked Crash Course, and so he's going through Crash Course, so he has to do one episode every day, which is about 10 minutes for an episode. And today he did 2. He actually tends to like to do 2 of them together. And then lastly, to fill his day, he has Feed Your Brain. So feeding your brain is basically just him keeping busy when he doesn't have screen time. And so he feeds his day with things like Brain Pop is an app that's all about education, has videos, things like that, has little tests at the end of the videos. Cooking, science. We did cooking today.
Tests. I did quizzes.
Okay, quizzes. Okay, nonfiction books, so he can even just look at them. More EduTube. Here he did an extra crash course. And then he earns stars if he keeps himself busy through the day and he is constantly, obviously, working through the day. That's if we have a day that's super busy with things like running errands and stuff. If he's showing effort of keeping educational stuff going, but he didn't get through everything on his list, he'll still get a star. So that's what's working for us right now. And we're going to try this out for a week and see how it works. You know, we may change it. What's nice is that I can make these little worksheets for him and I can quickly edit them. It's something that I've done through my graphic design. If it's something somebody else is interested in having for their kids or something, just let me know. We can connect and maybe I can do something for you. So that's how life is with Zarek. Then Zane, we were hoping that we'd hear back today on the charter school. We have not. So hopefully tomorrow. You know, they're working on getting everything together, and I think they just need to get everything together. That it was an estimated date of the 15th or 16th that we'd hear about enrollment for the charter school. He's already in there pre-enrolled, but I just definitely want that enrollment to know where we're going to go next with him. If you guys have any questions, feel free and comment below. If you have things that you want to learn about us, comment below, ask them. I'd love to do a Q&A, so I may even put up a video for asking Q&A, but if not, if you actually watched this video through all the way to here, leave a question below for us to answer for you, and I would love to shout out to you and answer it for you. So, hope you guys have an amazing and beautiful day. Bye-bye.